ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits.
Jason, apparently I thought it was totally necessary to compare the back. Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Target exclusive Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Movies 2-pack of Spider-Man and MJ. Trying to get your Marvel Legends set? You can do so at Target. I just said this is a Target exclusive. Whoever trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at Megalopolis, City of Collectibles, where you can pick up your Marvel Legends and all kinds of other action figures. They have their daily deals and an awesome rewards points programs. Check them out, link in the description below. And I gotta give a big thanks to local collector Mr. Chris for helping me find this set over here. He found this out in the wild and sold it to me at cost. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. And you can see both figures right over here inside, and on the side you get images of just MJ. Oh, you get Spidey right over there, but yeah, look at MJ. And wait, hey, I love DC. I knew it! He's a traitor! And then on the back, you can see the poster image of Spidey, and then you can see both characters right there. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it right now. And then on this side, we get a bunch of MJ and Spidey again. And then on the top, you get Droney all spot varnished in red, looking pretty cool. I do like that more so than the window sliver. And then not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Spider-Man and MJ out of the packaging. And of course, we never see them like this in the movie. Looks like we will see them like this in Far From Home, though. But this is a cool-looking 2-pack set. I'm really liking the MJ figure, and there are some other changes to the Spider-Man figure that I really dig as well. So let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at these figures. Now, we don't get too much for accessories with these two figures. You do get 2 interchangeable hands for each one, though. You get fisted hands and whipping hands for Spidey, and then MJ comes with her wide open hands right there that are gigantic, and then she comes with a right fist right here, and then she has a Peter Parker pleasure pose hand right over there. You can see the cobwebbing pattern here is painted pretty well, so I do like it. It looks pretty nice to me. I'm not too upset about any of the, bleeding and stuff that we usually see. For some reason, I feel like there's not as much bleeding going on with the paint right here. I do have another one. I can't remember exactly which figure this came with, but neither of them look too bad. Yeah, and then looking at the wide open hands, again, they're too big. But yeah, thanks to X-Man87 for the recommendation that you could go ahead and swap these hands with Claire Temple over here, because she only came with the left flesh hand right there, so you can give her a wide open hand. Or if you wanted her with 2 fisted hands, you can give her this hand as well. Now, the Spider-Man figure only comes with 1 head sculpt, and we can get 2 head sculpts with MJ. And I do like that they chose this one. I don't know, I like the wider-eyed, younger Peter Parker, you know what I mean? Just having the lenses all the way open just looks a little bit cooler for me with this younger Spider-Man. And I do think the cobweb pattern looks pretty good on this one. It's not the absolute best, it's not flawless, but it does look a little bit better than some of the other ones I've seen in the past, especially on the torso right there. I think that looks a little impressive, or a little bit better than usual, right? It looks pretty good. And I do like that they added the lines, or a lot darker lines right here on the blue sections of the figure. A little bit darker than it needs to be, I think. Then the feet look pretty good. Still has the peg holes right there. Then the jacket looks pretty good. You could see some gold right over there. And then you could see his nerd emblem. I can't remember. Oh man, there's actual text right there and I cannot read it. Yeah, it's so tiny. But anyway, I do like how the sleeves look right here. Nice wrinkles and everything. So that looks pretty nice. The one cool thing is if you want him to have his hoodie on, which he doesn't come with an interchangeable hoodie, but if you want to use a Ronin hoodie, you can do that. Then you may think, hey, that looks stupid because he has, 2 hoodies now. But you can go ahead and remove this one underneath right here if you wanted to do so. So I haven't tried it yet. Okay, I'm hella stupid. I went for it. And yeah, this does not work at all because you need the hoodie on the inside for this to make sense, and still it's just way too big. Yeah, but if you want to see what the hoodie look like, there it is right there. And I don't know, it still looks kind of cool, but I don't know, just business Spidey. There he goes. Now with everything back onto the figure as it shouldn't, because we do have new sculpted parts, I'll go over the articulation. You can move the head all the way up, and wow, I really like that shimmer in the eyes. And you can move the head downward. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head wobbling, no real head pivot. Shoulders move outward very far, and they move down pretty well. And then you can rotate a full 360, bicep swivel, great double-jointed elbows that bend in all the way. And then all the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. You get an ab crunch forward, ab crunch back, waist swivel, hips move outward that far. He'll kick forward that much, back a little bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, ankles move down, they move up, and he has a beautiful ankle pivot. And we do get 2 Zendaya head sculpts with this MJ figure, and wow, it looks beautiful, man. Both head sculpts look great. So I guess this is supposed to be a little bit more like the Far From Home one, I'm thinking, right? And I think it looks beautiful, looks dead on Zendaya. Wow, the face print tech that they use now is just incredible, man. And I love the sculpt in the hair as well. That looks really good. I like all the curls and everything, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, And then looking at the ponytail one, that looks really good too. Yeah, so this is supposed to be from Homecoming, right? And I like it. You know, a little bit of that sarcastic smirk and look in her eyes right there. So I think it looks great. And then looking at the side, you can see the ponytail looks really good. So I'm liking that. And the jacket looks great, man. I like the paint apps that we have right over here. A little bit of the, you know, the green plastic, I guess, coming through. I didn't even realize that was all green plastic, but it makes sense. It's mostly green. And then you can see on this side right here, it doesn't look too bad. You don't see that same streaking, nice watch right over there. Yeah, these hands look huge, man. Big ol' hands. And then looking at the jacket, nice zipper right there in the pockets and everything. I don't remember really seeing this anywhere before, but I do like the jacket. And then there's jeans right over there, your Zendaya's, and then there's the front with the legs I think we've seen before. I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll do some comparisons in just a little bit. I'll find out. Just give me a second. But then looking at the boots right here, I like the little bit of silver right there for the buckles. That looks really good. And she does have peg holes at the bottom of her feet. Now to go over the MJ articulation, with the longer hair, you can actually move her head up just a little bit, which is actually pretty cool. You can see that disc hinge right over there. So she does look up just a little bit. She'll look downward a lot more so, and you can move her head side to side just fine, and a little bit of head tilting. As for the ponytail version, you can move this head sculpt a lot farther upward. So that's pretty cool. And then you can move her head down very far. You get side to side motion and good head pivoting. Shoulders move outward that far. You can move them down, rotate 360. You can rotate at the elbow, and then she only bends in a little bit, right at the 90-degree mark. And then all of her hands turn side to side and hinge up and down. She has a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. A little bit of diaphragm pivot right there. A little bit forward, a little bit back as far as the crunching goes. Hip joints move out very far. Peter, look, man, and then you can kick forward that much and back a tiny bit. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. And then the ankles do move down, they move up, and she does have the beautiful ankle pivot as well. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see that the Spidey figure is standing right at 6 inches tall, and then MJ is just a little bit taller. Then for an MJ comparison, we have Mary Jane from the Spider-Man 2-pack, and then we have our Spider-Man movie Mary Jane right there. And I do not have the fugly or big time letdown Mary Jane from the Spider-Man 3 Sandman Build-A-Figure wave. If anyone has an extra one of those, I'd gladly take it off your hands and include it in a letdowns video, just saying. I do want to point out that the lower torso on these MJs do match, as well as the thighs and hips all the way up until the knees. I really wish I could squeeze the arms down a little bit closer to the torso right here. That's a little irritating. And then I gotta compare the Zendaya figure next to the Rosario Dawson figure, and I like that they're both mixed and very beautiful, you know what I mean? I'm actually mixed myself in half black, half white, half black, half Puerto Rican. I'm half Hispanic, half white. And then to compare this new Spider-Man figure next to some other Tom Holland Spider-Man figures, we have the Civil War 3-pack Spider-Man right there. Then we have the Vulture Build-A-Figure Wave Spider-Man, and then the Homecoming Spider-Man 2-pack with the Iron Man. Out of these four, I think this one's actually my favorite, and especially the whole lines thing going on, it looked best right over here, I think, out of these three, right? Then here's the MJ and Spider-Man figures. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Hey brother, hey brother. Whoa, what's with that nerdy jacket, brother, huh? You look like a nerd, huh? Oh, what you got a nerd jacket on for? Hey, So I gotta admit, this is not the craziest 2-pack figure I've picked up in recent history, but I do like this 2-pack set. Just the photoreal technology on that MJ figure just really makes it feel like it's really worth the purchase. Both of those head sculpts just look fantastic, and the Spider-Man figure doesn't look too bad, though I don't see it as my favorite Homecoming Spider-Man figure from Marvel Legends, and not totally necessary, but I do like both figures though, man, so I had a fun time with them, but again, I don't think it's going to be totally necessary for every collector, but still cool at the same time. So at the price point of around $40 to $50, I'm giving this a stud rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. And hit that like button if you liked the video, and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you have not already. And a big thanks to all these people that support this YouTube channel over on Patreon. Your support is very much appreciated, and if you're interested, check the link in the description below. And if you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Shot
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot. Your face is my shot.